What's up, everybody? It's me, Dap Trevon, and it's time to talk about Bankroll Network's new Daily Plus. I just FOMO'd into this because I'm pretty confident he's not going to scam out on this one. I mean, he's probably going to keep on making contracts that you ROI within a month on. So why not go in pretty heavy? Let's go ahead and jump into it. So Bankroll Daily Plus at bankluck.co. Before we get started though, Tucanair Stable, let's check it out. Tucanair Stable doing really good, straight printing me TRX, Hex V2 very soon. I think Hex 2 is going to bring a lot of people from the Hex community. Hex community is huge, man, into Tucanair, and they're going to dibble and dabble their TRX into Stable and Crazy once they go to the homepage and read up on it and watch the tutorial and realize that it's Bankroll Network on steroids way earlier. So let's go ahead and jump back into Bankroll Daily. I'll leave links to everything about Tucanair in the description below. But Bankroll Daily went pretty heavy on it. I went 400,000 TRX on this because I found 400,000 TRX that I forgot that I left on there. So it felt kind of free, and I trust Bank Teller to not scam out on a contract or do anything to, harm his cult following. So I'm gonna ride that wave along with them. So I put in 400,000. Now, at first, I was very suspicious about this because this 50% is charged, on his Patreon, which I'll get to in a second. On the video, it said 10%, and then he changed it after. So I don't know. I was expecting 10%. I was kind of disappointed that it wasn't. I had to change my whole game plan. But anyway, so I went in 400,000. Instantly lost 50% or instantly gained 50% back, depending on if you want to look at the ROI side or if you want to look at the credit side of it. Credit side of me is saying, oh, I lost half of my credits, or, ROI is, oh, I gained 50% of my, initial back. So it depends on how you want to look at it. So let's look at this for a second. They're pegged 1-to-1 TRX. A transaction fee of 50% is charged on buys and 10% on sales, which powers a perpetual 2% day dividend drip. So every time someone buys into this contract or sells, 2% of each is going to go to this right here. And that is this right here, okay? Also, every buy has an instant ROI of 50% plus the 5%. Now, this is the part that I didn't really consider up until very recently. I was thinking that I only get this, and anything extra here was from referrals, but I'm actually getting a percentage of this 5% from buys and sells. So every now and then I'll see this jump up a couple hundred TRX, and then I roll it, and that makes this go up. Because initially I thought, if I roll, I better not roll. I think the roll is the bait, but it's really not, because if you don't roll, this is going to stay the same. Because I thought that the roll wasn't a good idea because you lose 50% when you roll, but you lose 50%, but you build this up and you build this up at the same time. So best idea is probably to roll until you get this up to your initial, in my case, which would be 400,000. Now, at first glance, it would seem that 3,622 times 60 equals 217,000. So if I just let this build up here, I would collect 217,000 TRX in 2 months. But that's only this. That is not counting extra people buying in, selling, and you getting that extra percentage of the 5%. And that's why I want to roll, because that's going to build this up. I'm also mining Banker. I sold the Banker that I mine because you sell things that you mine. Miners sell the thing that they mine. So I don't want to be greedy and throw it in depot, and then while Banker is in a downtrend, I'm going to just go ahead and sell it while it's in a downtrend. The trend is your friend. So I made up a small percentage. I got 10,000 TRX for that. I got 1,100 Banker that I sold for 10,000 TRX. So that bumped up my ROI a little bit quicker. I'm looking to see how fast this number is going to get, to 5,000, 6,000, and how soon I'm going to ROI. I don't know how soon it will be, but I know the worst case scenario is 60 days for me if I only roll Well, really, it's more than 60 days, worst case scenario, because worst case scenario is I'm rolling and I'm getting 50%. So it's probably a little bit longer than 60 days. So I don't think that just letting this build up is going to ROI, make you ROI faster. I actually think that rolling will probably make you ROI faster. So I've been rolling. When this gets to 400,000, I will be even. So let's look at the Patreon. Basically, he says now he's making people pay for extra insight. I'm kind of cool with it because I mean I got $5. I mean, and plus he pays for my Patreon too. So it's like mine's $5, his $5. It's like, you know, it's the right thing to do for me. But for someone who can afford $5, this might hurt a little bit. So here's the extra information for you. You can pause it and look at it and read about it. It's basically saying to do what I just told you to do. So you didn't have to pay $5 for this. And that's why you should subscribe to me. That's about it. Make sure you come to toucanaire.com. They have a lot going on. 2 new contracts in the works, 2 new partners coming, I'm going to say within the next 48 hours. And yeah, it's going to be great. So that's about it. Like and subscribe. Bankluck.co, toucanaire.com. Check them out in the description box. And don't talk to me unless it's about intangible coins. Peace.